It's nice to see the girls out flying. All except for that Apimaye is not flying. This one is. That one is. Let's check this polystyrene colony. They're doing quite well. I really need to get something over that for a mouse guard though. I'm sure that mice can climb up this plastic tub, get right up there and crawl right in, and that's the last thing I want to do. So I need to practice what I preach and get a dang mouse guard on there. I went around yesterday and added fondant patties to all the colonies here and over in my nuke yard. I actually need to get another box. I was 2 patties shy, so I've made it to December 15th on food reserves, and the hives are still heavy. That's not why I fed. I just like to use those Hive Alive fondant patties. They're like an added insurance for food. What is it, December 15th, and here I am just now getting fondant patties on. It's hard to do this with one hand. So I cut a flap here on the bottom, peel this flap open, and this is the side that will go down towards the bees. Amazing product. It's like an added insurance that the bees have plenty of food to go through winter. So let's get it on there real quick. Let's try and do it one-handed and not get stung. Well, so much for not getting stung. That's the second sting this morning at 29 degrees. And I've got more of these to stick on. Great. And I thought I could do this without my protective gear. Alright, so I just took a piece of the 1-inch foam board and I cut it to go in this space around the feeder where I'm going to stick my fondant patty, which I have right there. So now I just got to figure out how I'm going to fit this in here. And I'm thinking maybe, wow, look, it's actually the same width as the patty. So maybe if I just fold it in half and put my cut on the bottom. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Alright, so I don't have the tripod, so I had to do it without you guys being able to watch. But I cut a flap on the bottom side, flipped it around. You can actually see part of the flap here. I rolled it around the bag. When I took this off though, I did get stung on the wrist. It's only 29 degrees, them little feisty girls. Jumped right out of there and got me right on the wrist. Anyway, we've now got our foam board in there and our fondant patty in the middle. Pretty excited about keeping an eye on this and seeing what it does for the bees. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's going to make any difference. In my head, thinking that there's insulation wrapping the surface where the fondant patty is kind of makes me think that the bees will be warm enough to get back to the cluster if they do go up there and eat. And one thing I do like about the new feeder is that literally from the top of the frames, it's like a 1/4 inch and they're at the fondant patty. So I do like that, and like I said, having that insulation up there does make me feel a little bit more secure. But I'll be keeping an eye on it the rest of winter, and we'll see what it does. So if it's something that interests you, make sure you follow along, and I'll try and keep everybody updated on that. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below, and we'll see you in my next video, folks. Thanks again.